Yes, guys, yes, people, welcome back to Elijah Talks Football. Welcome to another episode of Premier League Predictions, Season 3, Episode number 14. Games are coming in thick and fast, and guess what? Since today is Friday, the 1st of December, I'd like to wish you lot a happy new month. And December is the last month of this year 2023. It has gone absolutely quick, it really has. So Christmas is nearly coming up. We're nearly at the end of 2023 and coming into 2024. Boy, oh boy, and there's some really big festive games coming up later on, including there's some game for the Wolves Chelsea game to be on Christmas Eve. Like that's for the very first time since 19 something, which I read the stats. So yeah, games are coming in thick and fast. So yeah, happy December to all of you that are watching the stream. And yeah, let's see if your team can do well for now until New Year's Eve, which is on the 31st of December. That's on a Sunday. So yeah, so let's see if your team can do well in those fixtures from now until December 31st. So yeah, today's Friday 1st, and you know what that means. It's time for me to predict this weekend's start of the festive weekend season, and that is on match day number 14. We have seen teams that are now top of the league, the likes of Arsenal, which I've said. Tottenham have lost 3 games in a row, and for the very first time, they're out of the top four because Aston Villa are above them by goal difference. So yeah, things are looking good if you're a Tottenham fan. But if you're an Arsenal fan, you're top of the league and you're also top of the Champions League group. So there you go. But we have seen this last season where they've been top of the league and they were top of the Europa League group stages. So the big question is, will Arsenal win the trophy this season? We're gonna have to wait and see. So yeah, so things have now changed because Man City have dropped points yet again at the Etihad Stadium when they drew 1-1 against Liverpool. So yeah, back-to-back draws. Liverpool have ended Man City's winning one at the Etihad because before these two kicked off, Man City have had 23 home wins in 23 home games. So that's impressive. But Liverpool stopped that to make it 24. So there you go. So yeah, but the title is still heating up. And if you look at it, I feel like there's like 4 or 5 teams that are in it. Man City, Arsenal, Liverpool, Tottenham. I think they're still in it. But if they lose another game, I think they're out. And Aston Villa. So all of those 5 teams. This title race is really heating up. I can't remember the last time that like 3 or more teams are in the title race. I really can't tell. So which team is gonna finish in the top four and which team is gonna win the title? And that's why I love the Premier League. It's one of the best leagues in the world. So I think it's gonna be very interesting. So listen, I hope this continues from now on until the final day of the season so that we can see who can stop Man City from winning it 4 times in a row. So there you go. So yeah, things are going to be very interesting. But yeah, enough about me waffling about that. Let's just move on into my predictions. But before we get started, if you guys haven't done so already, excuse me a second. Make sure you click the subscribe button if you're new to this channel. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video and the other series I've done so far. Make sure you click this bell notification so that you never miss any of my previews, my live streams, and all of that stuff, and my match reactions as well. And make sure you click the share button so that not only you can give your predictions, but your family, your friends, everybody that you know can come to my YouTube channel and give their predictions in the comments down below. And we'll see if you guys go for the same prediction as my one or a bit different. So if you guys can do that for me, then that'll be great. So make sure you do those 4 things: like, subscribe, hit the bell notifications, click the share button. That is all you need to do while you're watching this video. Alright guys, so without further ado, let's kick off with the first game, and that is Arsenal versus Wolves at the Emirates Stadium on a 3 p.m. kickoff. Now, of course, there's no 3 p.m. kickoff because that game has been moved on at 8 p.m. and that is Newcastle United versus Manchester United. And that's the stream that I'm going to be doing only on a Saturday, so make sure you guys check that out. But first things first is Arsenal against Wolves. Now, of course, Wolves have lost for the very first time under Gary Neal, but that was away from home though. If this game was at Monaco, I'd be thinking to myself, I feel like this could be a draw or maybe a Wolves win. But listen, it's at the Emirates Stadium. I think Wolves, the last time Wolves have ever beaten Arsenal at the Emirates was in COVID 2020, when Raul Jimenez had that serious bad injury. I think it was David Luiz as well. So, yeah, that was the last time when Wolves beat Arsenal at the Emirates. But ever since then, Arsenal just kept on battering Wolves at the Emirates. So, yeah, for this game tomorrow, I think Arsenal, since they're top of the league, they're looking to build on that and making sure other teams drop points as well. So, yeah, for this game tomorrow, at the Emirates Stadium, my prediction is 3-0. I think Arsenal will keep another clean sheet. I thought Arsenal would do that against Brentford, but 1-0, I mean, yes, Brentford are a good side and it's difficult away from home, but I would have thought they put 3 points on the way they did last season, but of course that didn't happen. But listen, they'll keep another clean sheet. It's going to be 3-0 to the Gunners. The goals goes for me, I'm going to go for Bukayo Saka. I'm going to go for the front three. Or should I go for? No, actually, Havertz is scoring back-to-back goals, so I think he will score again. And even though as a Chelsea fan, I don't like to see that he's improving, so fair play to him. I think he'll score again. I think Gabriel Jesus and Saka will score. So those are going to be the goal scorers for that game tomorrow. So yeah, 3-0 to the Gunners. And if they win, they'll remain top of the table and making sure other teams drop points. So there we go. So yeah, 3-0 to Arsenal, to the Gunners at the Emirates Stadium. It's going to be my prediction for that game tomorrow at 3 p.m. Right, we move on into like not like a derby, but sort of like a London to Luton derby, like the M1 derby, and that is Brentford against Luton Town. Now, of course, Luton Town did beat Crystal Palace at their ground for the very first time this season. So, congratulations to Luton Town, and by that, I believe they're out of the title race. Give me a second, because I saw that since they've won, I believe they're out of the title race. Give me a second. Let me check. Yes, they're out of the title race because they were 9 points, so they're 4 points clear of the relegation zone. So that is really good for Luton. I mean, the last couple of games they drew against Liverpool, think they've lost their last game, but they managed to get that huge win against Crystal Palace, which I didn't expect, and especially that home win as well. So yeah, by that, Luton Town are out of it, and before this game, they're already out of the relegation zone because, like I said, Everton have deducted 10 points. But since Sheffield United, Everton, and Burnley lost and Luton Town win, they're out of it. So imagine if Luton Town, the team who are rock bottom, are actually safe from the relegation zone. That would be an absolutely amazing. It really would be. So yeah, so big up to Luton Town. But to me, I feel like this game, I feel like it's going to be difficult to face Brentford because, yes, teams like Arsenal and Brentford and all those teams know how to break them down. But listen, still going to the GT Community Stadium, it ain't that easy. It really ain't. So yeah, this is also another London club at home. So yeah, so for this game tomorrow, I think Luton Town will score, but I think Brentford will get that win. So I'm going to go for 3-1 Brentford. I think Luton Town, not sure who the goal, sorry, never meant to do that. But yeah, the Luton Town, actually, yeah, let me keep that up because normally my predictions just go shutting down every time. But yeah, so yeah, I'm going to go for 3-1 Brentford. The goal score, I'm going to go for Bremo. Sap, and I forgot who else is there. Yeah, I've forgotten. But yeah, Luton Town, not sure who scored that goal. But yeah, it's going to be 3-1 to Brentford. I don't think they'll keep a clean sheet in that game, but I feel like they will bounce back after that London derby loss against Arsenal. And guess what? That's the very first time that Brentford have lost in a London derby because before the Arsenal game, they remained unbeaten. But then after that, it's they've lost against Arsenal. So Arsenal are the only team in London to have 17 unbeaten London derbies. So that is absolutely amazing. So yeah, fair play to Arsenal, man. Really fair play. So yeah, but I feel like they will. But I feel like they will win this game, this big game. So yeah, I'm gonna go for 3-1 to Brentford for that game tomorrow afternoon at the GT Community Stadium. So yeah, 3-1 to Brentford. Now, this one is going to be very interesting. It's Burnley up against Sheffield United. Now, of course, Sheffield United did lose against what was it? Bournemouth, 3-1. For Burnley, they after that loss against West Ham, they are the first English side to lose six consecutive lose every single home game. The only game that they've won was against Luton Town, and that was away from home. But their home record is absolutely atrocious. No wins, no draws whatsoever for Burnley this season. I believe Burnley's draw was against Nottingham Forest, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, but their home record is absolutely atrocious. It really, really is. But Sheffield United, I mean, they are starting to improve. And if Sheffield United want to be out of the relegation zone, they need to win the next two games and making sure that Luton Town lose the next two games. So yeah, so this game is going to be very difficult, but because since this is a home, but this game is at Turf Moor, so I just thought to myself, Burnley will get that win, but I just got this feeling it's not going to happen. So yeah, Sheffield United, their only win this season was against Wolves, but after that it's been draws and losses every single time. But for this game, I was thinking a draw. I'm going to go for a draw on this one. I'm going to go for 1-1 because I see this home record just feel like that. If Sheffield United win, then honestly, I feel like Vincent Kompany is in serious, serious trouble. And this is what I told you guys 2 seasons ago. As soon as Sean Dice got sacked, I just knew I just knew that Burnley would get relegated. If they would stick to Sean Dice, I believe that Burnley would have been in the Premier League last season and they'll never be in the Championship. So there you go. So yeah, I think if sacking Sean Dice was the wrong thing to do. Because usually last season, Burnley played some really good football, but now this season they are playing some good football. But when it comes to get to wins and getting being out of the relegation zone, they can't do that because guess what? They are rock bottom. They're on 4 points, the same points as Everton. So yeah, not still. So yeah, Burnley needs to get some wins, especially at home. Otherwise, this bad run of form could continue in the Premier League. So there you go. So I wanted to go for a Burnley win of probably like 2-1, but I thought to myself it's going to be a draw because I see Burnley's home record, bad record at home continuing. So that's why I'm going to go for a draw. I don't know who the goal scorers would be, but all I know that game is going to end 1-1. And yeah, Sheffield United are going to add more goals to Burnley's home record. So there you go. So yeah, 1-1 for Burnley against Sheffield United. Now we move on into the next one. It is Nottingham Forest versus Everton. Now, now that game, I feel like this game could also be like a five-goal thriller because that's what it happened for the Brighton game, the last that these two met. That's what happened. It was 3-2 to Brighton, and yeah, Nottingham Forest's home record came to an end last weekend. So there you go. For Everton, they did lose against Manchester United, which I didn't expect 3-0. And Garnacho, I have to say, what a goal. What a goal for me. I mean, that could be the goal of the season. That could potentially be the Puskas winner because honestly, I mean, who did it better? Wayne winning against Manchester City in 2010, I believe, or Garnacho against Everton on the what was it, the 26th of November 2023. So who did it better? You guys let me know if you're a Manchester United fan or a neutral fan, who did it better? Like for me, I think it could be Garnacho. I don't know. It could be Canacho, but listen, I'm 50-50. But all I can tell you is that what a way to score your first goal for Manchester United. And yeah, I know that Everton fans are like, wow, I can't believe he did that against us. I really cannot believe that. But Everton did lose, but their loss away was I feel like yeah, it was 3-2 to Everton when they were away to Crystal Palace. So for this game, I see this being another five-goal thriller. For me, I think Everton will bounce back because, like I said, their last away win was against Crystal Palace and that ended it 3-2. So for this game tomorrow, I see this being the same thing, and that game will be on Sky Sports main event of Sky Sports Premier League. If you're not a Forest or Everton fan, if you want to make sure. But yeah, for this game tomorrow, I see this being a 3-2 Everton win because I see this being another thriller. So yeah, the not a Forest goal scorers for me, I'm going to go for Callum Hudson-Odoi, and Hawaii. For Everton, the goal scores for me, I'm going to go for the Coy to score twice. And who else? Dominic Calvert-Lewin. I'm not sure if he's available, but if he is, I think he will score. So yeah, I see this being another 3-2 thriller at City ground, and I think Everton will bounce back after that bad defeat against Manchester United, after they protested about the points deduction at Goodison Park. So yeah, I see this being another 5-goal thriller in that City ground. So yeah, 3-2 to Everton, and Everton will bounce back, and I believe not to face home record will not be that great again. So yeah, 3-2 to Nottingham. Sorry, 3-2 to Everton. It's going to be my prediction for that game tomorrow afternoon. And then, like I said, tomorrow, make sure you guys don't miss out. It's the big one. It's not the game of the weekend, but it's another huge and big game at St. James Park. 8 p.m. kickoff. Newcastle United versus Manchester United. And I have to tell you, Liverpool are still the only team to go to St. James Park and get that huge win. Because no other team can do that. Arsenal couldn't do that. Chelsea couldn't do that. City couldn't do that in the Carabao Cup. Who else? Tottenham couldn't do that. It is still only Liverpool. So, yeah, I mean, Manchester United, they were good against Galatasaray yesterday. Don't get me wrong. But Onana, I feel like he could be worse than David De Gea because all of those three goals were his fault. But if you look at that second goal, when CA took that free kick, he was so surprised because he would have thought that was not going to go in. I mean, but Onana, man, what is wrong with his hands? What is wrong with that? What is wrong with your hands, man? Like, simply just catch it, like, grab a hold of it instead of letting the ball stick for your hand. Because, honestly, like, he's looking like David De Gea or even worse. And let me tell you something, yeah? He's the second goalkeeper to concede so many goals in the Champions League. The first team to do that was Antwerp. He has conceded 14, or Antwerp conceded 15. If you look at Inter Milan compared to Manchester United, he's making like he has zero point 0.2 goals against. He's got like 80% save percentage. And what else? Yeah, in terms of goals conceded, it is less, like zero point 0.8. But for Manchester United, he's got like 2.8 goals that he can has that opposition scored against him, like 50. I was it 55% save percent and all that stuff. And so how comes you did good against Inter Milan, especially in the final, but against Manchester United, you're making things worse. I believe he cost them, and I saw that many Manchester United fans want him gone already. I know many Manchester United fans didn't want him, but maybe some fans did. But overall, he has got to be the worst version, like worst goalkeeper than David De Gea. He really is. So, listen, if he starts, I know that he will start this game against Newcastle. So if I was you Manchester United fans, I would not be so confident because like I said, going to St. James Park ain't that easy. It really ain't. So you see what they did to Chelsea, especially in the second half? Like, if Manchester United waste their chances and make stupid individual mistakes like Chelsea did, they can also get battered 4-1. They really could. So, yeah, but of course, Manchester United did win 5 of the last 6 games, but that the only loss was against Manchester City, and that was at home. So I feel like Manchester United will not get another win, consecutively because they didn't win against Galatasaray, and by that, it looks like if they lose against Bayern Munich, they'll become the first English team yet to finish bottom of the group because no other English team could do that. Yeah, Chelsea didn't because we finished third in 2012. Yeah, but we didn't finish bottom. So Man United still have a chance of making it to the Europa League, but I don't see them beating Bayern Munich. So they're going to be the first English team to finish bottom. And the same could go for Newcastle, but they still have a chance. They really have a chance. So, yeah, Manchester United, man, honestly, like, it's going to go from bad to worse if they keep on making individual mistakes and waste their chances. So, yeah, Manchester United, honestly, they're not going to be in the Champions League. They're going to have one game a week potentially because the only game they got left to win something is the FA Cup because I don't see them winning the Premier League. They're already out of the Carabao Cup a month ago when they lost 3-0 against Newcastle United at Old Trafford, and now it looks like they're out of the Champions League. So there you go. So another season for a trophy for Everton. It looks like Everton hunting for another trophy is going to be over. It really is going to be over. So there you go. So if I was a Manchester United fan, I would not be confident. So yeah. So for this game, tomorrow at 8 p.m., I'm going to go for a 2-0 Newcastle United win because Newcastle's defense is absolutely strong. It's really, really good. I thought Mendy did really good against Chelsea. The same goes for Trippier, the centre back. I thought Mane, a 17-year-old, just taught Enzo Fernandez a lesson. A 17-year-old man just got a couple of assists. So yeah, I mean, if Newcastle put that same lineup as they did against Chelsea, I believe they will win. I don't think they'll bow to Manchester United, but if Man United keep on making stupid mistakes, I think they will punish them, and I believe they will put like 4 past Manchester United the way they did against Chelsea. So yeah, but listen, it's not going to be that, but Newcastle get that win 2-0. Like I said, if I was a Man United fan, I would not be so confident at all after what you did against Galatasaray yesterday. So there you go. So yeah, Newcastle United, they're going to be Man United like they did in the Carabao Cup. They're going to keep a clean sheet, and yeah, simple as that. So I'm going to go for 2-0 Newcastle United. So a big game. Definitely going to be doing a live show for that one. So make sure you guys don't miss any of that one. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. So make sure you tune into that one tomorrow. Sorry guys. Yeah, let me see. One, two, three, four. Okay, yeah, just trying to make sure. All right, then we move on into Sunday's games, and the first one is Bournemouth against Aston Villa. Now, of course, Aston Villa did get that huge win away from home, which they've never done in the Premier League when they beat Tottenham. For Bournemouth, they've also won as well. So, yeah, I mean, listen, I mean, Bournemouth's last home game was against Newcastle, and they beat them 2-0. So you know what? Yeah, I feel like and plus, Bournemouth. I mean, Newcastle. Of course, they were in the Champions League, but Aston Villa are also in Europe as well. So, can Bournemouth do what they did against Newcastle and beat another Europe a team that's in Europe? I think they will. I think they will. So for this game, do I see Aston Villa scoring in this game? I'm not quite sure. Because I think Bournemouth are going to get that win against another European team. So, yeah, I mean, for this game tomorrow, I mean on Sunday, I might go for a Bournemouth win, but would they keep a clean sheet though? Because I actually feel I've got really good forwards though. I think I see Aston Villa scoring, but Bournemouth will win. So yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go for 2 on Bournemouth. I feel like the last couple of games have been looking good. They got a huge win against Newcastle. They beat Sheffield United. And looking at the table, Bournemouth are in 16th place, so they're 7 points above the relegation. So yeah, they're almost catching up to Chelsea. And just imagine and look at this: if Chelsea lose and Brentford, Wolves, Crystal Palace, and all this team win those games, we can go from 10th all the way to 14th. So that's why I'm thinking to myself, yeah. I mean, I'll talk about Chelsea in a moment, but yeah, Bournemouth goal scorers for me. I'm going to go for Solanke, Dominic Solanke, and also Joshua Billing. And for Aston Villa, I'm going to go for Ollie Watkins to score because he loves scoring goals as a striker. So and he even scored against Tottenham when he made that one. So yeah, so I think Aston Villa will score, but I believe Bournemouth will get that win. So yeah, 1-0 to Bournemouth is going to be my prediction for that game tomorrow on Sunday. I keep on saying tomorrow. Never mind me. But yeah, Bournemouth 2, Aston Villa 1 is going to be my prediction for that game tomorrow. Again, Sunday. So yeah, so now moving on to Chelsea against Brighton. Now I'm not going to talk about this too much because I'm going to be doing a match preview tomorrow. But after what I saw against Newcastle, I would have thought that Chelsea are going to put up a fight against Newcastle and just trying to get that win. But after what I saw, and guess what? Reece James is suspended, and not only him, Mark Cucurella is suspended. I mean, this is why Chelsea are the worst team ever because we're getting more yellow cards than we getting some wins. Like Nicholas Jackson is suspended. Like Conor Gallagher was suspended as well. We're getting more suspensions and injuries than we get to some wins this season. And you know the mad thing is, when Todd Buddy came to Chelsea, yeah, guess how many wins he had? Nine. Yeah, nine. And in the last 25 games, we've only won five Premier League. Yeah, five Premier League wins. And this one I'm telling you guys, Todd Bowley is the reason why Chelsea are why he's winning Chelsea. It is him, yeah. You cannot blame the players or the manager. Well, you can when it comes to the game, but it comes to overall, him and the recruitment team are the reason why Chelsea are getting worse and worse and worse. Because let me tell you something, because like I said before, if Chelsea lose against Brighton and other teams pick up wins, we can go potentially can go from 10th to 14th. Have Fulham got a better goal difference than us? No, they don't. So yeah, if no, sorry. No, actually no, we can go from sorry, give me a second. Yeah, we could go from 10th to 14th because we're on 16 points. So this one I'm telling you, like, we're just getting worse and worse and worse. And people said to me, you're being negative, trust the process, you're a fake fan, you don't know anything. Do you know why I'm always negative? It's because I'm seeing this week in and week out. Yes, there's some games where we get some wins, but Chelsea don't get wins consistently. And if we want to be in the top five for the trophy, we need to start picking up wins every single game. Yeah, we need to start doing that. Then we can say to ourselves, "Is Chelsea back?" That's the only way I can trust the process, trust the manager, trust these players. But I just cannot do that. I just can't. So this one I'm telling you, if we lose games and then we don't pick up win against Brighton, which we beat them in the Carabao Cup, I'm just worried. I really am, because looking at this year, we are now seven. Yeah, we're now 11 points behind the tape. 11 points. Hold on. How many points we are? Yeah, we're 11 points above the relegation, so I don't believe we'll get relegated. But if we keep this up, we can get even closer to the relegation zone, and that will be our worst ever season. Because last season we finished 12th, so if we finish below that, it is worse. Because I expect Chelsea to finish in the top five and win the trophy because of FFP. But if we don't do that, we're going to be in trouble. And who knows? And whose fault it is? Bowley. Because he spent £1.106 billion, spent all this money on players that we don't even know. And it makes it even look worse. That's why I really want Roman Abramovich back. Because, like I said, if he was still at the club, he would have never spent £1 billion. He would have never signed some players that we don't even know. And he would have never, ever signed Tuchel this early. He would have never. And I believe, yeah, that despite Thomas Tuchel not getting, the best start, I believe we'll finish in like European places and win a trophy if Roman Abramovich was here. So this is what I'm saying, man. So honestly, after what I saw against Newcastle, I'm not confident in the Brighton game because they did the double for us this season, and I can see that happening again. So I don't know what to predict, man. And plus, they've won their last game against Nottingham Forest, so there you go. For this game, I'm gonna go for the same one as the one from last season when it was 2-1 to Brighton. So I mean, the fact that we conceded 10 goals in three games and 8 goals in the last two games is just unbelievable. And look at that. And look at our goal difference. And look at our goal difference. It is two. Yeah, close to minus. Yeah, it's just unacceptable, man. It really is. So I was a bit confident in the Newcastle game, but these players let me down. So yeah, without Reece James and without Kukurea, it looks like I really hope that Malo Gusto is going to be in our squad because if he isn't, then we're done. We're fucked. We're fucked. So by that, it looks like Cole could be playing as left back, and either Disasi or Malo Gusto, if we're lucky enough, could be as right back. So there you go. So Reece James, you're 24 years old. You're the captain. You just cannot be making those stupid mistakes. You just can't. I mean, the first yellow card, you cannot kick the ball away. You know the rules. If you kick the ball away when the referee, while after the referee blows his whistle, you know you're going to get yellow card. And then the second one, I mean, you lose the ball. you give the ball away and then you make a silly challenge. So yeah, I mean Reece James, I'm not only him, but the team let me down last week, and I feel like they're gonna let me down on Sunday. So that's I'm not gonna be confident. So yeah, so for this game on Sunday, 2-1 to Brighton, not confident at all. If we do get that win, then I'll be happy, but I'm not gonna be celebrating like mad. So there you go. But for me, Brighton will get another win at Stamford Bridge. So 2-1 to Brighton is going to be my prediction for that game tomorrow. I mean, on Sunday, sorry. So, yeah, that's all I've got to say on that one. Right, the next one is Liverpool against Fulham. Now, of course, Fulham got that 5-goal thriller. They got that huge win at home for the very first time this season. But I feel like they're lucky because those two penalties, I don't really think they were penalties, you know. Of course, I could be one of them, but I feel really bad for Wolves because they get in so many decisions that haven't gone their way, and I really feel sorry for the fans, the players, and even the manager because it's really unacceptable. It really, really is. So yeah, but listen, going to Anfield ain't that easy because Liverpool still have a good record at Anfield. Of course, their loss was against Leeds last season when Leeds beat them 2-1. So yeah, Liverpool's last home win was against Brentford when they beat them 3-0. So for this game on Sunday, I'm gonna go for the same one as the Brentford one. I'm gonna go for 3-0 because Liverpool in the tight race. Their only loss against Tottenham. That should have never happened, but they really are in a tight race. You know, the same points as Manchester City. And yeah, so if Liverpool win, they'll be, I believe they'll be in second place because of us, because Arsenal got more points than Liverpool this so far this season. So there we go. So yeah, the goal scores for me. I'm gonna go for Mo Salah. I'm gonna go for Mo Salah. I'm gonna go for. I'm not sure if Luis Diaz is there, but if he is, I think he will score. And probably I might go for Goldie Gakpo. That's going to be the three goal scorers for that game on Sunday. So yeah, 3-0 to Liverpool. It's a game at Anfield, difficult place to go to for teams like Fulham. So yeah, they'll keep a clean sheet like they did against Brentford. So yeah, 3-0 to Liverpool after that good result against Manchester City. I think they will get that. I think they'll still remain unbeaten this season. So yeah, 3-0 to Liverpool is going to be my prediction for that game on Sunday. And then I feel like the West Ham vs Crystal Palace game is going to be on TV because that is a London derby. It is the East London versus South London. So West Ham United against Crystal Palace. Now Crystal Palace have lost away from home, which was against Luton Town, which I didn't expect. For West Ham, they beat Burnley 2-1, but I predicted 3-1, so I was this close to getting the 3 points. So there we go. I think yeah, West Ham's last home game was against Nottingham Forest, which they beat them 3-2. So yeah, for this game on Sunday, which is going to be live on TV, um, I feel like West Ham are going to get another home win. And yeah, and looking at the table, if West Ham win and other teams drop off, they could go above. They could be in seventh place, which is the Europa Conference League. So if West Ham keep it up, maybe they can finish another season for European places. So there we go. But yeah, Crystal Palace away from home isn't that great. Well, sometimes it is, but sometimes it isn't. So yeah, for this game on Sunday, um, I might go for 3-1 West Ham. Yeah, I'm gonna go for 3-1 West Ham because they got some really good players. They really have. So I'm gonna go for 3-1. The goal scores for me, I've got to be yeah. Okay. The three goal scorers. Sorry, guys. I've got to shut the door. Shut the door, please. So yeah, sorry guys. So yeah, the goal scores for me on that game, Crystal Palace, I'm gonna go for Olise. Then for West Ham, I'm gonna go for James Ward-Prowse. Who else? Gerald Bowen and Mikel Antonio. Excuse me, Mikel Antonio to score those games. So yeah, so 3-1 to West Ham United. It's gonna be my prediction for that game on Sunday, and it's gonna be live on TV. So I would have thought they'll put at least Chelsea Brighton, but they don't because West Ham and Crystal Palace is London derby. So there we go. So yeah, 3-1 to West Ham. They're gonna get another win, another home win against another team in London. So there we go. So yeah, 3-1 to Manchester is going to be my prediction for that game on Sunday. Then, last and not least, we move on into the game of the weekend, a huge game in the city of Manchester, the Etihad Stadium. Man City versus Tottenham Hotspur. Now, Man City have got two draws in the last two games, and that was against Chelsea away from home and at Liverpool at their home ground. But for Tottenham Hotspur, in the last three games, they've lost three of them. And they've lost 4-1 against Chelsea at home. They lost against who was it? Wolves away from home, and they've lost against Aston Villa away from home as well. So, and plus, Ange Postecoglou, who has never that's the very first time that he's ever suffered back-to-back home defeats so far, and the very first time that he has three losses in a row. So it looks like Ange Postecoglou is not going to win the is not going to get the Barclays manager of the month, unfortunately. So there we go. It's going to be somebody else for the very first time. So there we go. For Manchester City, they've still the title ways, but the last couple of games hasn't been looking good for them. It really, really hasn't. I mean, many Manchester City fans saying that their worst performance has got to be Wolves and also Chelsea when they conceded 4 goals. So there you go. So, but listen, Manchester City are up against Tottenham Hotspur. And Tottenham Hotspur have got another bad injury because the breaking news is that Bentancur is going to be out for at least 3 months. So no James Madison, still no Romero, still no Yus Bissouma suspended. Who else? Mickey van der Ven is out, Richarlison is out. I mean, honestly, Tottenham are absolutely done. I mean, they haven't spent players, and you know the worst thing is they didn't spend on players that they can replace, like who can be like James Madison or Mickey van der Ven. They haven't even done that. They still got players like Eric Dyer and all of those shit players still in their team. So yeah, this is where I see Tottenham Hotspur losing 4 games in a row for the very first time, and they're absolute bottle jars because they were top of the league before the Chelsea game. Now they're in fifth place. And I believe if they lose again and many other teams win those games, they could drop from fifth all the way down into sixth or seventh. So, yeah, Tottenham, this is where I told them that they will finish ninth because of Harry Kane. So, but they did have a great start. So fair play to them. But the reason I didn't put them for top four is because of Harry Kane and of the injuries they've got. What's going to happen? Who's going to make an impact when these players got injured? So that's why I'm not surprised because I predicted them to finish below the European places. I predicted that. So if that actually happens, then don't be surprised because I ain't gonna be surprised. I predicted them to finish ninth, so there we go. But they win the title race. But I don't think they will be after the Manchester City game. So yeah, it's gonna be over for Tottenham. Erling Haaland. I mean, after that goal against RB Leipzig when they won 3-2 to make the comeback, here's an interesting stat. Erling Haaland was the first player in the Bundesliga to ever reach the fastest 50 Premier League goals. Give me a minute, mom. To reach the fastest Premier League goals in the Bundesliga. Not only that, in the Premier League, and finally in the Champions League. So Erling Haaland is 100 Champions League goals away from beating Cristiano Ronaldo's record in the Champions League. So honestly, Erling Haaland is not human. He's an absolute robot. And I did tell you guys here that he will continue to break records after records after records, not only in the Premier League, but in other competitions as well. And this time, Man City signing Erling Haaland will be the best thing ever. And he can come without Kevin De Bruyne. He can. So there you go. So this is what I'm telling you guys, where Erling Haaland is an absolute machine. Do I think he's going to break his own record? No. But I believe he'll win the Golden Boot again. And if Erling Haaland keeps this up and maybe perhaps scoring some finals like he didn't do last season, I believe here that he would definitely win the Ballon d'Or this season. But if he doesn't do that, then I can definitely see Jude Bellingham winning it because he's just turning up for Real Madrid in big games in La Liga and also in the Champions League. So there we go. So if Bellingham wants to win the Ballon d'Or, he needs to keep it up, keep what he did last season, and make sure he tries and make sure that he scores in the final. So there we go. So it's going to be interesting to see who win the Ballon d'Or in 2024. Would it be Erling Haaland? Would it be Jude Bellingham? Would it be somebody else? We're going to have to wait and see. But yeah, but focus on this game. Like I said before, I see Tottenham losing once again. I feel like they will they score in this game? I feel like they will do, but I see Man City getting that win. So for this game on Sunday, and that's also going to be a live watch along that I'm going to be doing after the Chelsea Brighton game. So it's going to be a double one: Chelsea Brighton, then after that Man City versus Tottenham Hotspur. So make sure you guys don't miss any of that on Super Sunday. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. So yeah, on that game on Sunday, the huge game, I'm going to go for a Manchester City win of 3-1. The goal scorers for me, I think Jeremy Doku is going to be absolutely bossing that right hand side. I think that might be Udogi or something like that. I'm not sure who plays as right back, but yeah, he's going to be having a fun day against that Tottenham player as a right back. But I don't think he'll score that. I think he'll create like one or two assists in that game. But the goal scorers, I'm going to go for Erling Haaland. I'm going to go for Phil Foden, and I'm going to go for Rodri. Those are going to be the three goal scorers for that game on Sunday. So yeah, Rodri to score, Phil Foden, and Erling Haaland. For Tottenham, I think the only goal scorer for me is going to be Son, and that is it. And plus, he was absolutely terrible because Tottenham had plenty of chances to at least win, at least get something, at least get to win against Aston Villa. But Son was scoring three hat tricks of goals that were offside. So yeah, Son just needs to time. I mean, if Tottenham want to win this game, they need to make sure they be clinical enough and make sure they turn one perfectly. But the way I see that, it's not going to happen. So yeah, and Man City are going to dominate Tottenham. So what's the point? And plus, in the FA Women's Super League game, it was this. Listen, these two face each other at the Etihad Stadium, and they ended 7-0. Now I'm not. Now I don't. Now I'm not going to say it's going to happen for the men's team, but all I know is that Manchester City is going to do what the Manchester women did and just dominate them and just put Tottenham Hotspur in a split and put them to shame. So, and it's going to be another game, fourth game in a row where they lose under Ange Postecoglou. So yeah, it's no good, mate. It really isn't. So there you go. So yeah, for this game on Sunday, Man City 3, Tottenham Hotspur 1 is going to be my prediction for that game on a Super Sunday afternoon. So there we go. Right, guys, that is all my Premier predictions for this weekend. Let me go through them one more time. So the first one, I've gone for a 3-0 Arsenal win against Wolves at the Emirates Stadium, 3 p.m. kickoff. Then I've gone for a 3-1 Brentford win against Luton Town. Then I've gone for a 1-1 draw between Burnley and Sheffield United at Turf Moor. Then 5:30 p.m. kickoff on a Saturday night. I've gone for an Everton 3-2 win against Nottingham Forest. I feel like it's going to be another 5-goal thriller like it was the other week. So there we go. Then a big game. I've gone for Newcastle United 2-0 win against Manchester United, which I'll be doing a live watching on that one tomorrow. So make sure you guys hit the notifications for that one. Then on Sunday, I've gone for Bournemouth 2-1 win against Aston Villa, just a tight one. I've also gone for a tight but a good and a huge Brighton 2-1 win against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge, like they did last season. So I think they will do it again after what I saw Chelsea do against Newcastle. Then I've gone for Liverpool 3-0 win against Fulham at Anfield. Then I've gone for 3-1 West Ham United win against Crystal Palace at London Derby. Then finally, I've gone for a huge game of the weekend, Manchester City 3-1 win against Tottenham Hotspur. Now, as you can see on the bottom of the screen, there are some midweek games, but I'll do those predictions on a Monday, because on a Sunday after those games, I'll be running through what happened in those games, and I'll be giving you guys my predictions for the midweek games. So there we go. So that's the very first time this season there's going to be midweek games. So there we go. All right, guys, so that is it. That is all my Premier predictions for game week number 14. I'd like to say big up and thank you to all of you that have subscribed for the last video and putting some comments in. And if you yeah, make sure you guys do that for me. If you want to make me feel a happy person, I'm this close to getting 300 subscribers. So my target is to get that 300 subscribers before the end of this month. So if you guys can get me to 300 subscribers before New Year's Day, before New Year's Eve, something like that, then I'll be a very happy person. So make sure you hit the subscribe button, keep on hitting that subscribe button. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Like this video, make sure you hit the bell notification, because like I said, I'll be doing the Newcastle Man United live watching on tomorrow. Then on Sunday, Chelsea, double one of Chelsea, Brighton, and Man City, Tottenham. And yeah, and make sure you also click the share button so that you guys can give your predictions in the comments down below. And if you're a Man United fan, are you going to be confident in beating Newcastle or not? And if you're a Chelsea fan, do you think we're going to beat Brighton the way that we did in the Carabao Cup about 2 months ago? Just let me know, and I'll respond to your comments as soon as I can. So yeah, guys, I hope you guys have a great weekend. Big up your damn selves, and as always, take care. Goodbye. God bless, and I'll catch you guys again very, very soon. In a bit, people. Peace.